Welcome to this podcast on dermoscopy of non-pigmented intraepidermal carcinoma, also called squamous cell carcinoma in situ. We know that actinic keratosis are significant indicators for the development of squamous cell carcinoma, whereby actinic keratosis can follow three of different pathways. One is spontaneous involution, the other is persistence, and a certain proportion of actinic keratosis might progress towards squamous cell carcinoma. The question is now, which actinic keratosis progress more likely towards squamous cell carcinoma? Based on a dermoscopic study, it has been suggested that a specific feature is related to actinic keratosis progressing towards intraepidermal carcinoma. And this feature is the so-called red starburst pattern, which appears like a strawberry pattern in the center where we have a background erythema and enlarged whitish appearing hair follicle, but in the periphery we see some streaks that appear white or reddish. And this feature seems to be associated with a more higher likelihood of actinic keratosis progressing towards squamous cell carcinoma. So which are now the dermoscopic patterns of intraepidermal carcinoma arising from actinic keratosis? One of the key features of any malignant tumor that is needed for progression is neovascularization. And not surprisingly, we can see in the earliest phase of intraepidermal carcinoma vessels. And these vessels are usually small coiled or dotted vessels which arise here from an actinic keratosis, marked with the circle. Of course, also a proportion of squamous cell carcinomas will arise de novo. In these cases, again, we see dotted or coiled vessels in the absence of features suggestive for actinic keratosis. Another criterion that is commonly seen in intraepidermal carcinoma is ulceration and these yellowish-whitish appearing scales. A specific variant of intraepidermal carcinoma is Bowens variant, Bowens disease, and in these cases we usually see dotted or glomerular vessels or coiled vessels which are typically arranged in a clustered arrangement, together with again yellowish appearing scales. So summarizing the features of intraepidermal carcinoma, almost all intraepidermal carcinomas are characterized by dotted or glomerular coiled vessels, and either they are arranged in a red starburst pattern or they can be seen along with yellowish scales or erosions.